Hello. So everything working good for you? Yeah, let me grab my headphones real quick.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sweet.
Did you see the little thing I put in the chat?
I did now.
Okay. Yeah, everything. We don't have to save this or anything. But I'm trying to get used to this because it's only the second time I've used this format, and like anything like roundtables on actual like learning class stuff, I would think we'd like to be able to save for the future too.
Sure.
So I mean, I don't like this account that I'm on is just one that I made. So unless I like share the link, nobody's gonna see it. But I just figured it was worth mentioning that this shit's all documented.
That's fine.
I guess I'm gonna share this up.
Recorded for all time with me in my pajamas.
Exactly.
The world can see what horrifying taste I have in undergarments.
I'm sure everybody was.
They're scary.
Retreat. All right, let's see if we get anybody in here. This is definitely the shortest notice I've ever done one of these. So we'll see.
It's a small group, and it looks like it's mostly people that are already coming.
Which is cool. I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's good because this was a long day.
Yeah, I feel it. You're on Central Time too, right?
I'm on Eastern.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Is Atlanta Eastern? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're just a couple hours from the water.
Yeah, I guess that makes. Well, I don't know why I said 2 because I'm also on Eastern Time. I'm in Pittsburgh, so. Yeah, you're going on a trip or something, aren't you?
Yeah, I leave for Berlin in a couple days.
Rad. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm traveling around, so I'm gone for a month. So there's so much shit to do before I leave. Plus, I'm working every day. So.
Yeah, is that you have somebody guesting down there, or
on the computer, trying to get a bunch of stuff caught up for the camp and like batten down the hatches for while I'm gone, and then yeah, all that.
Isn't Will Von Dune coming to help you out for a couple of days?
He's coming for a couple of days, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, lighten the load. I mean, you guys, well, shit, you guys have like fucking 5 piercers, don't you?
There's 4, including me at one shop and then 1 at another one. There's 5 of us all together between 2 studios.
Well, I guess that makes sense then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I put that link up. Tobias hit me up about it, and I had a feeling he would because he comes in on these. Oh, there he is. Hi. What's up, handsome?
This is my first one, so.
This is the closest thing I have to actually talking to real people in real life, so I usually.
I feel like
customers.
Yeah, I don't have actual friends.
Hello.
Hello.
howdy. Tobias, I feel like I'm like the painting of you that gets older while you get younger.
Dorian Gray?
Yeah, I just feel like just the most haggard version of you.
You're probably like 24 years old, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are. Are you like actually 24? Did I guess that exactly right?
That is exactly right, yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hang on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, when is your birthday?
December 7th.
I'm older than you are.
Oh, are you? Well, whatever then. I don't know. I've had a hard life. Just looking like a
I'm like
pile of
20
crap.
years older than you.
Yeah, it's alright. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Is Julian coming in here? What's up with that? Kayla, you're like his keeper, so I'm asking you.
I don't know if he's coming. He had a lot of errands to run today, so the time difference is crazy. It's like 5 p.m. there.
Oh, yeah. That's the middle.
That must be so hard.
I know, right?
I feel so bad for him.
Honestly, I couldn't do Hawaii. It's like a tiny, it would be like Gilligan's Island, like a tiny town with a moat. No, thank you.
It's amazing there.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I've lived in Australia. I've lived in the tropics. I get it.
Alright, let's see here. I don't know who all. Let me see who is on the RSVP list. The only person who's on this list that's not in here is John Salzer. I have to wake up early in the morning and send Johnny Velez a gun. It's something that I didn't think I'd have to do ever. Random things that are going on with my day tomorrow. So, Tobias, are you going?
I'm like 85% yes at this point, I think.
Good for you. You should go.
I'm just here to listen, I guess.
I
just
can't
answer any of your questions, so I don't know. I don't know. I can.
How's the weather in Georgia in September?
It's actually beautiful. The fall is the best time here because the weather's really nice. Like the trees are turning about that time, and the days are going to be like highs 73, 74, and then at night it'll get down to like 68. So it's that kind of perfect, like, you know what I mean? It's about as perfect as our climate gets here, and unlike the springtime where we literally, I don't know if you've ever been in the South for the springtime, but we literally get buried in pollen, like buried in pollen. So the fall is kind of the opposite of that. Like you have the nice weather, but you don't have the air is still nice. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So fall is definitely the best time of year to be like outdoors and be doing this kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any questions about the site, about the camp out at all? I posted a bunch of pictures recently in the forum when I went to go take another look at the kitchen.
I don't know if I saw that. Let me take a look.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Even though I probably am not going to end up making it, but
Ask
out of curiosity, what's that?
Yeah, ask.
What and I don't know if you're going to get into this at some point or either, but what were you waiting to hear back from the board from, or is that something confidential?
Oh, yeah, no, it's already been posted even. The next event, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be another event, but I'm like 95% sure that there's probably going to be another event. Just because it's a really, really amazing concept, and I think people are going to get a lot out of it. But I can't say 100% until the thing is done. But one way or the other, if another one happens, it will not be until 2017. The 2016 conference dates are late July. So if we were to stay in the fall window and avoid a lot of the later events, we kind of this time frame is a really good window for the event, no matter where we have it. So we would be literally butting up against conference, which is a little bit too close. So moving forward to 2017, there's a much better chance that the Las Vegas event will be back in early June. So that means that dates for the dates start to look good again to do the event. So one way or the other, there won't be another event. There may not ever be another event, but if there is, it won't be till 2017. Although, like I said, I'm pretty sure there will be. I just can't, I don't know. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I just know that.
Makes sense.
All right. Yeah, that's. I was just curious what it was over that. If that makes sense. So, is conference at Bally's again, or what's up with that?
It's at the end of July for 2016.
But it's Bally's still this year?
Yeah. It's like the third week of July or something like that.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
I saw that there was buses and everything from Atlanta to the actual campsite. If I'm driving down, could you just drive to the campsite?
Totally.
Okay. Cool.
There is right now I'm working on an event page, basically just a Google document that's going to be able to be updated. Part of the wonderfulness of this is I'm actually gone for the next month. So what I'm doing right now is setting everything up so that I can do it by remote from wherever I am. And it's a little bit easier just to be able to update one document and let everybody see it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to have one page that's got every single thing. There will be driving directions. There's going to be a whole list of stuff to do in Atlanta if you're here for extra time. Basically everything you would want to know about everything, including class descriptions and updated schedules. All of that stuff is going to get updated really regularly. And like I said, I worked on it most of the day today, and I should have it up by the time I leave Wednesday.
Awesome.
And I'll just continue to add to it while I'm on the road. So that's the plan. And nowadays everything happens on the internet anyway, so I'll be able to do that from wherever I'm at.
Cool.
Yeah, it's easy. It's like an hour out of Atlanta. Super easy.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
You'll get a small tour of the Georgia countryside. I was hoping you will have the opportunity to buy boiled peanuts, and if you've been to the South before, you know what that is. If you haven't, you should at least try them. They're an acquired taste, I would say, but interesting. I was hoping that along the route there was going to be, because one of the things that they do here is they'll have these farms where you can go pumpkin patch picking and stuff. Unfortunately, there isn't one on the road to the campsite, but if one pops up, I'll post about it, because that's fun. That's at that time of year. There's pumpkin patches and all that country stuff that people do here.
Awesome.
I actually saw that on Squidbillies on Adult Swim.
It's totally a thing. I went blueberry picking this year for the first time. It was amazing. It was so much. There were so many spiders. It was awesome.
Well, I just realized that actually Squidbillies is based in Georgia, the cartoon.
Yeah, Cartoon Network, all of that Adult Swim is all here. They make Archer here too. Georgians are real strange. There's this interesting juxtaposition of super country and ultra liberal and kind of real quirky. It's a weird town for sure. I love it here. So Atlanta's an interesting city too. I know that a lot of people are kind of maybe coming early and leaving late. So there's going to be a whole list of like local attractions, the High Museum, and just some different kind of stuff. And it's looking like a small enough group to where like even if you're going to be here early or stay late, I can probably help you find accommodations that are, you know, couch kind of situations. Yeah.
What actual days are the events? Like, which actual days are like things happening?
It's gonna be the bus comes from Atlanta in the evening of the 29th, so like 4 o'clock, and you'll be able to get there from the MARTA train.
Okay.
I'm setting it up so that like anyone can get there. The trick with that is that you're gonna have to take the train possibly for a little distance because I want to make sure that it picks everybody up in one of the better parts of town. So that's gonna put you a little north. Yeah, so everyone will kind of pick up the bus. I figure the bus will arrive at the campsite around 6 o'clock. And so that evening, we'll have orientation. Like, everyone will kind of make it to their cabins and get settled in. Then we have dinner, and then we have pie, lots of pie, and vegan pie also.
Yay!
Yeah, vegan pecan pie, and I think like there's another pie she can do vegan too. So there'll be plenty of that.
Yummy.
And then the bulk of the program is going to happen Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those days are packed. And then, hello.
Hey.
So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the schedule is really packed. And then the bus leaves the site at like 9:30 a.m. Saturday morning. So people can still get to like, you know, their airplane or whatever directly from there because the bus will drop you back off near the train, and the train goes directly to the airport terminal. Like, it's super, super easy.
Okay, so Friday is the actual, like, the last technical, like, event.
Yeah, Friday. But that night's probably going to go kind of late because it's, like, the wind down. We're going to have, like, the orientation is going to be way more personal because people are going to be talking about why they're there, like, and what they're trying to get out of it, and, you know, what they want to get out of it, and a lot of the week's tone is going to be set by that original thing because it's really the opportunity for everybody to get to know each other. And the whole point of this is, you know, so that, like, well, part of the point of it, one of the things that's going to be amazing about it is people are going to leave knowing each other's names. You know, like, they're going to know about each other and have worked next to each other, and, like, that is the beginning of that process where everybody figures out who everybody else is, why they're there, all that. The last night is kind of the wind down of that. You're going to get certificates are going to get passed out. It's like the last closing dinner. We'll have a bonfire, and also it's a chance to kind of wind down and talk about like where you're at when you leave. So that's also going to be important. So try not to skip that night. But yeah. And then classes will be going to like I think 7 anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it's like 3 really super packed days, and then like a couple of like partial travel days.
Okay.
Something just crossed my mind while you were saying that because I'm looking at like the attending list on the event page for the actual event, and I pretty much know everybody who's definitely RSVP'd is going on this. So I think it would be a cool mission for everybody in here, like regardless of for sure if you're going or not. Like maybe reach out to a member you don't know very well and just be like, hey, are you going to this? Because that's like, I mean, everybody knows Richard. Everybody knows like, you know, some of these people that are going. It'd be kind of cool to get some people in here that none of us really know and be like, so what are you actually about? You know, what's up with this? How are you?
And there are some of those folks definitely going. There are some names on the list that I've never met. And I know that there are some names on the list that are very, you know, kind of like unknown. So there's already some of that going on, but definitely reach out. I think a lot of people shy away from forums in general. You know, I think we're like 100 shy of the membership just on the Facebook members forum. And some of those are just because people are mad. You know, they don't want to be part of it because they're like, they got mad and left. But there's also a lot of people that just aren't on there. So, so definitely a good idea.
Sorry, I was like double checking my schedule to just make sure that I'm not gonna have time to be able to make it out there, because it would be really nice to be able to.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so.
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and the event starts what, the 29th?
That's when the bus comes. That's like the arrival evening of the 29th. And then the morning of the 3rd is when everybody goes, like 9 a.m. So you'll be back to Atlanta no later than 11. So back to the train, which is about 40 minutes from the airport. So if your flight leaves at like 1 or 2 that day, I'd make it more like 3 just to be sure, but you should be fine.
Well, yeah, I'm just remember I talked to you a little bit about why I probably wouldn't be able to make it. Yeah, September 27th is the Nostalgia Nationals, and then the 30th starts the finals for the IHRA Division 3.
Well, we understand.
That's the final.
You can take the week off. Cool.
Yeah. So what
It's like two of the biggest things of the year.
What other questions do you guys have for me? Anything at all?
I feel like it's all about like getting to know everybody, and I live close enough, and it's almost like out of the way for me to go up to Atlanta to come back out to the campgrounds. Would it be really?
Oh, you missed that part. You can just drive there. There'll be driving directions on that little thing, or you can just GPS it and get there. Yeah, parking permits are like $5, but we cover that. Like you just come. We'll have a stack of permits there. Put it in. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Just drive. Yeah, you don't have to take the bus. Like the fewer people take the bus, the smaller a bus I can book. So you're fine.
Well, I didn't know if like the bus was kind of like a way to be able to get to know people.
Oh, no. Half of the people coming aren't going to be on that bus. You have to figure some of, like, I might be at the campsite as early as Monday, and there are a whole bunch of people I know that are coming in Monday, and if I'm out there Monday, they're all coming with me. You know what I mean? Like, and they'll help set up the camp and cut vegetables. So, like, you're fine. Drive. It's fine. You're gonna get 3 full days and like 4 full nights to get to know everybody. That's plenty. The bus ride's not a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is probably a silly question, but for those of us who might actually need to have like this is kind of gonna laugh at this because he thinks I'm not being serious, but an actual like lifeline to the outside world, would there be like a charge electronics at the actual campsite at all?
You know what? You actually will have cell phone reception.
Okay.
And you will get, you will be able to do data and all that. Like, I uploaded to Instagram directly eating lunch while I was sitting out there, but it's spotty. Like you might, like, get 3 bars in one spot and no service in another spot, but it's definitely not a dead zone. Like, there's definitely reception.
You decide to get a hold of the shop or anything like that. That's all I'm curious about.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. And, like, there's just no Wi-Fi. Like, there's no Wi-Fi. You're not going to be, like, surfing on your computer, watching videos online, like, but you'll have telephone, you know? And, like I said, Instagram, like, whatever, you know, other, you're not going to be totally disconnected at all, you know?
Unless you want to be.
There's that. I think what's really lovely, like, I took a big group world, 5 or 6 of the board members out there with me for the first time in this, like, I want to say January, whenever that first quarter board meeting was, to look at the site. And so a lot of that visit was really like analytical, like do we want to do this? Like, is this the place we want to do this? Everybody fell in love with the site, but it was winter. And it's an amazing place. Like, it's super, super fun. And very, very, like, Girl Scout camp, you know? So there's, like, spiders. You know, there's, like, critters. Yeah, that's another thing we get here in the South is, like, bugs. But, and, you know, but I went back out last week, and I think, like, with all the planning and stuff, like, you get into that planning mode. You know, so everything was, like, really, like, on paper for me. And I'll tell you what, driving down the dirt road to the camp, my sense of calm like, it just, the closer I got to the cabins, the more relaxed and calm I felt. And by the time I left, I felt absolutely no anxiety about anything. Like, it is so nice out there, and just really lush and really green, and, you know, it's just really nice. And at that time of the year, the leaves are going to be turning. It's super, super quiet. Like, it's the ability to be in a space that's that calm and, like, get to connect with people and get to learn. I mean, I end up in a much similar mindset in Las Vegas because there's so much planning. But even outside of that, when I attended that event, when I wasn't in a position of duty or authority, it's just a huge assault on the system. It's like getting through that event is like running a marathon, and I've never ever gotten, I mean, in many, many years, I can't say never ever because that's not true, but in many, many years, I have a hard time focusing in class because of it. I have a hard time connecting with people because of it. And what I love about this event, the placement of it, and this is, I'm only speaking for myself, is going to give me this space and calm to get to focus on curriculum in a way that is no longer possible for me in Las Vegas because of the anxiety level. So I think that I'm not probably the only one that experiences that in that setting. So I'm hoping that people get that out of it, at least, like this sort of environment of calm that allows for better focus. And certainly the curriculum is gonna be a really good. It's going to be really good curriculum for that kind of energy too.
Yeah. I'm excited because I need to work on my social media bad, and so like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is a state park, right?
Yeah, it's a state park.
So, pro tip, Tobias, especially because I don't know if you carry every day, but if you bring your gun there, it's a super felony.
Yeah, no, I know about that. Nothing in state park.
I'm just giving you a heads up.
You know what? Georgia has really easy carry laws, though. Like, I think so long as you left it in your vehicle, you'd be okay. Don't drive down without it if you're not comfortable. And also, if you're not comfortable taking it to the campsite, you can always leave it in my safe at the house. It's fine.
It's fine.
Everybody carries here. Like, you know, it's not. You don't even have to have a license to have a gun in your home or your car or your business.
Oh, you don't have to be there here.
Yeah. So.
PA is pretty fucking lenient too, but yeah, I
think, like, if something were to come up, it's like I said, so long as it stays in your car, you could just say, like, I drove from wherever. And you know that in that area there is hunting. Like, you can get a hunting license for that area, and I know that hunting groups actually stay in that camp part of the year, during, like, deer season and stuff. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much, but yeah.
take some bear mace.
You know what? We don't really, like, that area is pretty okay for that. Yeah, we don't get those little brown bears. Raccoons, yes. Raccoons and possums, for sure. But
I wouldn't feel good macing a raccoon.
Oh, they're just, like, funny. They just don't want you to mess with them. They want to eat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think I could mace a raccoon.
They eat with their little and they have a little snout, and they look like piggies. It's very cute.
If you mace a raccoon, everyone is going to make fun of you forever for being the biggest one in the world.
No, I'd just take what was coming to me.
I live in the city, and I've had them at my front door, so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I live right in the city. Yeah. Possum, too. Owls, all of that.
We'll mace everything. No big deal. Owls, whatever.
Yeah. So we're going to have some amazing food. Yeah, good curriculum, amazing food. I'm posting, like, I think people are going to get tired of it, but I'm posting teasers as many as I can until basically all the information is up on social media. And like I said, I'll have an events page that'll be posted on the like a link, a live event link that will have all updated information, and yeah, gonna be a hoot.
And it'll have the train schedules, so we know, how to coordinate our flights and stuff.
I'll post a link to Marta. Thank you.
Yeah, because I haven't purchased my flight yet, but I want to make sure that, I'm catching the trains on time. And
there's only 3 trains.
Okay.
Every 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
You cannot fuck that up. I'm serious.
Right?
Fine. Yeah. Yeah, and 2 of them don't even go. One of them doesn't even go in the direction you're going to be, like, getting back on the train. There's actually only 1 train that you can take, and it will run every 10 minutes. But I'll post a link to
Okay.
Got it, but I will. Put it down.
Hey, my kid's like balling out here, so I'm probably gonna dip. I hear him up there just raising hell, so.
Okay, go for it.
Good luck.
Yeah, have fun. Let me know how this ends up. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Kind of cute. Oh, kids.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear mine do that any second.
Nope.
I have dogs. I did the kid thing already. She's like 10 older than Coyote. I love it. Any other questions for me? Concerns, like feedback, anything at all?
I think so.
No.
I think that covered pretty much everything I was thinking of.
The what now?
I think that covered pretty much everything I was thinking of.
Cool. And like I said, there's going to be, I'm going to have that page up by Wednesday and a link to it on the Facebook. So that'll have everything like as it's needed. And you can always message me, like with the Marta thing, I didn't even think about it. So I'll post that link on the transportation little section as well. And yeah, it's going to be super laid back. This is a funny thing. We booked a campsite that could accommodate 120, but my original proposal 2 years ago had a max of like 50, and the site that I was looking at that time had a max of occupancy of 50, and so I think it's kind of funny that this event's probably going to have about 50 people, and I'm unbelievably relieved. It doing an event for the first time has such a learning curve. That to do it with 120 people, I think would have been really more of a challenge. Like, it's already a challenge, but like 50 people, way more manageable. And so and also like way more intimate. I think that's the thing that I was worried about with an event that's too big at first. So I'm super excited. The number's going to be perfect. And I think we have a really nice balance of people coming, people with a lot of time piercing and people with less time piercing. So it's going to be a really, really nice mix of people.
So that kind of answers my question. It's not filling up super, super fast.
Pardon?
It's not really filling up super fast.
Oh, no. No, we've got... I think we're like right around 35 right now, and I know we're end up with another 10 or 15 before everything's said and done. So it's
Okay.
People are like, from an event planning standpoint, this is a really interesting group, and I've had the opportunity to compare and contrast with some other groups, and as much as our group talks about change, there's a huge fear of things that are different. And so I think that because when you're preparing to go to the Vegas event, you already know what it is. You already know, for better or worse, you already know what it has to offer you. So there's no you might have social anxiety about going just because of the dynamic, but you don't. There's no fear of the unknown with it for most people that are return attendees. Whereas this event, because it's so new, like, and I've gotten tons of different people contact me, and they're like, well, somebody's going that I don't really like, and I'm afraid that it, being in this environment with them, it's just not, I'm gonna feel weird because we're not friends, and in Vegas I can kind of avoid those people and all that stuff, and I get that, like, I totally get that if you don't know what your situation is walking into it, it's a little scarier to commit to it, and more importantly, to like rearrange your world for it. You know what I mean? Like to move to the side all of your other commitments and like fly out to Georgia. So part of what this first year is like introducing the first group of people to what an event like this can be, and what this level of intimacy in a group can look like, and what it can do for you energetically and professionally. And so I do 3 similar events every year. I teach at all of them. There's Vegas, there's LBP in Mexico, and there's BMX in Germany. And I've done other meetups in different countries, groups that are getting started. So this is just a dynamic that our kind of people have, like where everybody wants to try new things, but not everybody's brave enough to like take the plunge to do it. So, barring like scheduling things and just other life commitments that you can't rearrange, I have to say that the people that are like gonna work it out and get to this event are the brave ones. They're the like jump on in ones, and that's really like a special thing. And I'm super excited to see what that energy can bring to the people too, because it matters. It's like to be that guy that's like, yep, I'm going. I'm doing that. That's real special. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, just became a member back in June, so like this is all brand new to me.
It's a perfect way to get your feet wet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Rather than like, I've never been to conference. I want to next year, but I feel like this is like a mini feet wet conference.
This is going to be nothing like Vegas. I cannot wait to talk to you after you do this first and Vegas next.
Okay.
It's not at all going to be the same. Like, wow.
It's like 2 opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, totally. And Vegas has its thing. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it either, but it's more like a marathon for me. It's
right.
It's like to see if you can, and that's important too. That has great value to me, because I think most of us, we're limit testers, in a lot of ways. And so it's a limit test to survive the Las Vegas event without losing my fucking mind.
Well, during the roundtables before the conference, Coyote and Tobias are saying that at some point you're going to cry. So.
I promised I would, and I did.
Total system meltdown. And it happens to almost everybody. Actually, I think I've had 2 years that I didn't cry in the last 20. I get tired.
I remember saying in that roundtable that it would happen, and then like 3 or 4 days in, it was like, yep, nope, here we go, and there it is.
Get it out of the way. It's a matter of whether it happens in front of people or not, for me. You know what I mean? It's like, how fucking... Oh, excuse my... This is getting recorded. I should cuss less. So
it doesn't matter.
How embarrassed will it be is the question. Like, how embarrassed will you be by this crying thing that happens to you? Yeah, it's shitty.
It's pretty stressful sometimes.
I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like I said, I love that event, and I'm, deeply attached to what that event is as well. But another thing that has happened with the curriculum committee, which like most of you probably know, I founded that committee in 2008, and where it's gone to ultimately is we've gone from having to basically produce the curriculum to having like 60 pages of proposals that we have to vet and wade through and all that. And within that proposal structure, what's starting to emerge is a lot of more advanced level courses and curriculum. And the Vegas event has hit critical mass. We need more space than we can get in Las Vegas, really, anymore. And so long-range association planning is going to, as far as like curriculum presentation, is going to require that we expand our online offerings for more basics and general, like, studio setup, anything that's health and safety related that we think anyone in the world should be able to access. And that way we free up a little bit of space for Vegas with that. And then advanced curriculum that should be a benefit of membership. Like people are really working to become members. And it's also a place, like one of the things that we're setting up at this event is our actual work groups where we vet 2 different ideas that are really important and really timely. One of them is criteria, like what would we as a group consider a legitimate outline for apprentice training? Like what should people be able to do at the end of an apprenticeship, things like that. But also something that some people are referring to as tiered membership, which really, like, we can take a page from the APT, and they have a mastery test, and it's a crazy test. I failed it. It is so hard, and that's because I don't know anything about tattoo machines. But as far as piercing, I hope I can pass that one. I'm pretty sure I can. But how do we determine skill level for advanced piercers? Like how do we start to qualify? And that doesn't mean like getting into like whether you do it freehand or with a tube. Like that's semantics. Really, it's not the most important thing. It's about accuracy, it's about safety, it's about hygiene, and we can absolutely qualify those points. So the other topic that we're going to be looking at in the work group at this event is to sit down and talk about what a mastery test would look like. Are there layers to it? You know what I mean? Like different regions, you may not see a genital piercing in a year, whereas we get, 20 in a week. You know what I mean? So like starting to talk about these things, and ways to vet them. So all of that's going to get discussed. So not just providing advanced curriculum that either can't or shouldn't be presented in Las Vegas, or there just isn't the time. I mean, we touch on a lot of things, but you can't really necessarily get in depth to certain things that really are advanced curriculum and really do need to be discussed at length and really do need hands-on for every single person that wants to participate in the classroom, like hand positioning, all of these things that people don't really get assistance with in the Las Vegas setting, but also really important aspects of where, like, participating in the future of the organization, and by virtue of that, the future of what our profession looks like. So that starts at this event. You know what I mean? Like the members that show up to this event get to have an actual say in what that test might look like and bring their 2 cents to those tables to talk about those kinds of work groups, work-related things. And I think that people have a lot of misconceptions about how the work of the association gets done, and they feel often like people are just making these decisions willy-nilly. And that's partly because they've never participated in a work group and seen how that functions, seen how a work group behaves, and how you come to these decisions and come to these kinds of documents and how these finished products happen. So this is an opportunity that's never happened for the general membership in quite this way before, is to open up these work groups and let everybody participate, and then we have a thing at the end that people can point to as part that they participated in. They can see themselves in that as it follows through, as it actually goes into use. So I'm super excited about that being part of this event as well.
That's an interesting dynamic. I didn't realize that a lot of that stuff was going to get brought up there.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm glad it is, because we've been talking about that stuff for a while now.
It's closer than you might think. It's really a lot of times about the plan for instituting something. Like you can have all these ideas, and there might be great ideas, but until there's like a method for how you're going to make something happen, and the likelihood of mastery level testing is that would happen in person at an event where someone gets interviewed with a panel and all of that stuff. Like, and that can happen potentially later at other members' retreats or as a special session in Las Vegas. So, I mean, all of that stuff will get discussed too. Like, it's not just, you know, what do we want these parameters to be? It's how do we institute this in a way that the organization can actually bear as far as manpower and processes.
I think and I hope that we see a really good new committee out of that, which I'm sure we will. And it's hopefully going to be a group of people that are pretty unanimously trusted within the association that can sort of do that. Even like this format that we're using right now is not such a bad format for some things too, you know?
Sorry, Kat.
Any other questions?
Nope, not for me.
Mm.
Cool. I'm stoked to have you guys down here.
I can't wait to go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I love the woods.
Wait, where are you?
They're
Where are you
gorgeous.
at?
Really gorgeous. Even with the poison ivy, I don't care. Actually, I didn't see hardly any. I think they're doing a really good job of getting rid of it.
Oh, Cal, where are you from?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. I'm down in Florida, so
We're out in Florida.
North Florida, Jacksonville.
Okay. My best friend is in Spring Hill. Paul Kreiner.
Oh yeah, that's Orlando area.
Yeah, he just moved to, or he's now working in Tampa, but.
Okay. Requiem.
No, Requiem closed down. He's in Tampa now.
He's working
at Ybor Tattoo Company, I think it's called.
Ybor City
Company.
Ybor City. What?
Is he going to be able to come?
He's not going to be able to attend.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been a rough transition for him.
Yeah, I had a lady come in all the way from Gainesville, and she was telling me a little bit about that. I was like, I don't know anything.
Yeah, it hasn't been great for him, but yeah, whatever. North Florida's nice.
Oh, gossip.
Just gloss over on that one. Yeah, it's fun.
Well, cool, guys. Is there anything else you can think of?
I don't think so.
It's like woke me back up. I was so tired. This has been such a long day, and now I feel like awake again. Thank you.
I'm going to sleep, man. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I've got tons
It's
of
like midnight here.
Yeah, it is for me too. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for jumping on here. I know it was super last minute.
Yeah.
And I cannot. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. The cutoff for the shirt ordering, I can tell you, is like mid-September.
Okay.
And I'm going to order a couple extra of every size just for latecomers, but like, yeah.
Is there extra small?
I saw them. I loved it.
Small, you'll have an extra small.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, all of that's your shirt size is in the registration form. So whatever you listed, you're getting.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, extra small.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I did that.
I'm a small, or like I just need an extra long tee.
They are the ones I'm ordering are extra long. They're like, yeah, they're great. I'm a big girl. We need them long.
I'm just tall.
Yeah, long and tall. Yeah, that's it.
So it's basically going to be a dress on me.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You can hem it. You can hem it up. Yeah, no, I'm going with American Apparel. I'm going with really nice cotton displacement ink, so that the design is like part of the shirt.
Oh yeah, where it's bleached almost.
Kind of, yeah. The ink like takes over. They explained it. It sounded very clever, and that's what we're getting.
The design is amazing.
That's all on the shirt printing.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, this is an opportunity. Like, it's a small group, and so like, basically, my only mandate with this event is for us to not lose money. So I'm going to get the best possible of everything I can get for whatever money that we have. So it's like we're not profiting on this event. It's just all going back into the event. So I'm buying absolutely the best possible everything. Food and shirts and all of that. Everything I can possibly do at the best quality. And if there's more money, you have a little bit more swag, you know? And it'll be nice swag. And pies. Things like that. It's really nice.
I'm in it for the pies.
Pies, man. I'm all about it.
Pie swag.
And if I'm not too tired, I have committed to some baking evenings where you can ask me anything about my 17, 18-year history with the administration of the organization. I'll tell you. And I'll tell you stories, too, if you want.
I'm down.
Some of them are very inappropriate.
I love stories.
Even better.
I'll tell you everything. It's so boring, but also funny. So I'm happy to. I bailed on Paul's docent tours for the conference, so now I am committed to tell baking stories. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great night.
You too.
You too. Thank you.
See you later.
Thanks, Beth.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.